So again, guys, thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us. I just updated you guys on this week and next week again with some bombs that are dropping as far as GMB verification, with Chris Palmer coming up and with Jimmy. All these calls should be getting more technical, how to rank, what makes a difference, looking at it from outside of the box. So I'm super excited, to have Jimmy today. And I won't take too much of your time, Jimmy. So why don't you tell us about yourself, and then just jump right into it. And guys, what I would like to do is, we're a small group, so that's fine, if you have any questions, but we're going to try to get this, maybe let Jimmy get through his presentation. If you have some questions in between, it's fine, but let's try to save them at the end. That way we can have a Q&A session at the end for you guys as well. Jimmy?
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
There's so much to cover. I don't even know if I'll have time for a Q&A at the end.
Okay.
But seriously, I'm very happy to be here, and I appreciate you guys for having me, you, William, and the rest of Rank Fortress. It's a pleasure being here. I didn't originally plan on doing webinars or anything. I just wanted to share my tool, which we use in our business every day. And like the rest of the industry was lacking a lot of, let's say, techniques in Schema and what I do with it. So I just wanted to bring it out, and you can tell by the price as well, it's ridiculously cheap at the moment, and we didn't do it to make money either. Our lead gen and SEO does that for us. But so for those of you that don't know me, my name's Jimmy Sandu. I've been doing SEO for about 12 or 13 years now. And I started with website SEO in 2009 or 10, all the way up until 2016 when I got into GMB and localized SEO. And ever since, that's what I've been doing, lead gen and local SEO for clients, also some national and international websites as well. So that's my introduction. And one more thing, because I'm not used to these Zoom webinars and stuff. Look, if I get something wrong, just let me know and I'll try and correct it, or sharing the screen or whatever it is, right?
Yeah, no worries. I'm here to help. So Jimmy, whatever you need, just let me know. I'll assist wherever I can, for sure.
Thanks, Alfredo.
Yeah.
Thanks. So should I just crack on with it then, or are you waiting for more people? Or?
We have a few more people that came on.
Okay.
But I know you have a lot to cover. So just jump right into it.
Okay, man. So I made a small little presentation just to keep me organized.
Yes.
And what we're going to be, what you guys are going to be learning today, or what I'm going to be sharing, is schematic iframe stacking. It's quite new. I haven't even seen a lot of people that are doing this. I've been doing it for a few years now. There are a couple of old school SEOs that do it. So I'm not going to say any names or anything here unless they wanted me to. But so there's 3 stages to what I'm doing today. This is really like just 10% of what I do with iframes and SEO, with iframes and Schema and whatnot. So we're going to be starting with...
Are you sharing, Jimmy? Are you sharing anything right now?
Oh yeah, I thought I was.
No.
I thought I was sharing my screen.
No worries.
Okay.
Sorry, so just hit the share button and pick the screen, right?
Okay, cool. Sorry, guys. So is it on?
There we go. It's coming on now. Yep, perfect.
Yeah. Is there? So it just showed me to share just this screen.
Yes.
Is there an option where I can just share everything, so it'd just be easier for me? Was that there as well?
Yeah, if you go back, like stop sharing, and then there, those boxes of share, there's one that says entire screen, and that'll get you, that way you can go wherever you go on your screen, we'll be able to see it.
Whiteboard, iPhone.
Screen. No, go share screen.
Yeah,
and then
I'm on there, yeah.
And then it'll say entire screen.
Entire screen, advanced, is it?
It should be one of your choices.
Okay, is it sharing or?
Yeah, it's popping up. Yeah, that's your whole screen. So I can see
All
your
right, so
desktop.
you can see me clicking around, yeah?
Yep, exactly. Your Zoom.
Brilliant.
Yep.
Okay, so sorry, let me just backstep there. So I've broken this down into 3 stages. Today we're going to be doing a keyword stack, so to help us rank for more GMB keywords and newer keywords. Okay, and for that I'm going to be using a batch map, and I'll show you how I create them in a minute. And then I've got a second stage to this where I'll be mixing schema into everything and creating my schema. You'll see my new tool on there. Well, it's not a new tool, it's a very old tool, but it's just new to the public. And I'll be sharing the tool, and you'll see the features and how different they are from other schema tools you've probably seen or creators online. And then the third will be injecting that code into some iframes and doing some neat stuff with that as well. Okay, so usually I break this when I do this method for clients on my own sites. There's 3 stages. There's keyword, then there's a proximity stack, and then I do brand and social. Those videos are on my channel as well, but in the classes with GMB Pros, it will be a bit more detailed. So you'll see that today. Okay, so these are the 3 stages, and we're going to start with the batch map. Okay, just need to move this down here. Alfredo, can you see the controls
No,
as well?
I can just see your presentation. The Zoom controls we cannot see.
Okay, cool. Thank you for clearing that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the first thing, so what we need for this stage, the first stage is a batch geo account. Well, you don't really need the account to start with. I'll show you in a minute. We need the GMB details. I have them here. 5 locations around the GMB. I'll show you in a minute what I mean by that. And a centralized pin, so the center of the city, whichever city you're targeting. And then you need 1 branded keyword. Like, this is just the way I do it. Yeah, this is not like the end all way to do this. You can do it how you like, but it's a good start. 1 to 2 entity keywords. If you don't know what they are, they're topically relevant keywords to the business product or service. I can do a little bit on that as well. And you'll need 3 exact match keywords. Okay. And then the Excel sheet from the batch geo. So if I just copy this, and you're happy for me to just carry on, yeah? And
yeah, you're good. You're good, Jimmy. Yep.
I'm just going to open up batch geo. And we come to their website. So at the moment, I don't have an account. I'm not logged in. This is the best way to do it. I do need to open a Gmail, which I should have done before. Really, you're going to see all my Gmails now. There you go. So I'll be using this one. Okay. Yeah, so what we do to start, we download the Excel sheet from here. Yeah. Mine is a little bit different the way I use my Excel, because there's 2 versions to batch geo. You can do the paid version or you can do the free version. I'm going to go over the free version and the best way to do it today. You do end up losing these sometimes because they want you to upgrade and whatnot, but I do have videos on my channel that show you how to regenerate these, but they are very important and they do carry a lot of power when you do it, when you do the whole mix with the 3 stages. Okay, so this is the sheet they'll give you. Just open that. Okay, and basically, if I just take this all out, I've already completed the sheet over here. We want the address. So those points I told you about, 5 points around the business. I'll just show you what I meant about that. And I'll shut this one down and you can see the actual sheet that I'm using. So I ended up with this sheet, and I've highlighted the most important parts, which are the backlink URL that the batch geo map creates, and then the anchor, okay, because that's what counts. And I'm just going to open the business. So this is the business I'll be working on today. It's not mine, it's somebody else's, but it's a good, sorry about that. It's a good one for this trading. So what I've done is I've taken 4 points around the business: north, east, south, and west, around 5 miles out. So on my first batch, I always go out 5 miles, and then the second one, another 5 miles, and so on. Okay. I've taken the high money keyword areas. So I've taken things like Barnet or Ealing, which is hidden away down here, and a couple of other ones, which I want to target and bring more traffic for. And then what I've done, even though the business is here, I've gone to the city center and made a point here and taken the address. Okay. And that's the information I have on this. So I've put it here. This is North London, this row here. This is East, West, South, and this is Central. Now, what I've left out of here is, so if I'm going too fast, just let me know, yeah, Alfredo, and I'll back step. Or is there anything you need to know about this?
No, we're following.
It's quite straightforward, yeah. It's the city.
We're tracking. We're tracking.
Cool. Okay. So let's start with the first one. I want a branded keyword here because I'm going to use the CID for this, yeah? The business's CID URL. I'm not going to show how to do it manually because it will just take up time, but I use a plugin. We go to maps. I use a plugin called Gather Up. And if you come to their map, sorry, you've got to let it load. So once it's loaded and we click Gather Up, it brings the CID URL and the review URL. For this one, we need the CID. And I'm going to just paste it into here. Okay. And for branded keyword, it's already a branded keyword business. This is not actually their name. I know they've changed this because when I was looking into it, their website is, oh, they've changed their website as well now. So it used to be Lunar Doors Limited. They've changed their URL as well to be a keyword in the business name. So I'm just going to leave it like this because it's already got the keyword in there, which is bifold doors, or it will probably be bifold door supplier, but I want to go for something a bit more broad. And that will be for my CID URL, okay? So you don't want to go crazy on the CID. You want to leave it branded. Now I'm going to get 3 exact match URLs and get the share link 3 times. I'll show you what I mean by that. Is if we click on the share link, you'll see this version here. I'm going to copy that into there. Okay, and if I hit, so if you see that it was 7BV7, I'm going to reload it, and this time it's a different one. Okay, so I like to put variations of the URLs and the keywords, because one thing I've seen over these years is Google loves variations. That's why LSI and those things work so well. Okay, and then I'm going to do it one more time and get the share link again. And just paste that into there. Okay, and now I'll choose my exact match keywords, which for this business is bifold door supplier. Bifold door suppliers London. And sorry, the main one, which is aluminium bifold doors London. Okay, so that's done. The 4 are done. Now I'd like to put my entity keyword in the 5th one for the central area and the KGMID of the business. If you don't know what the KGMID is, it's a knowledge graph machine ID that Google gives to all businesses. There is a shortcut to get it. And I'll just, sorry, that's the, okay, I use a tool called Plepper. And it does have like every day you can only do about 5 searches or something. But down here, you can see the KG ID. And if we link on, click on the link, you see the URL up here. That's your knowledge graph ID. So it basically searches a business directly as a machine ID, and you don't have to search the business name up there or anything. And they have this knowledge graph where they keep entity keywords, topically relevant keywords to match topics together. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But this is how you get the KGM ID. You can do it manually as well. If you're in the maps, so by that I mean if you're in google.com even maps / you can find your KGM ID at the end here. Most of the time, because I use a lot of plugins, you'll see this HL part come up. So delete that. So without that, this is the knowledge graph ID all the way to F11. So after F, we've got 11H04, and you can see it there, 11H04. Okay. That's the manual way of doing it. It's in the URL. And I'm just going to stick that in the sheet. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, so now the sheet is ready. And it looks a bit funny to me for some reason. Oh, no, it's fine. It's just I had the Gmail up there. Okay, so I've got my Gmail ready. I've got a description ready, a title ready for the map. I'm literally going to grab all this, copy, and go over to batch geo. And I'm going to Control V and paste my own data in. So if you can see, oh, I forgot to change something, didn't I? My actual entity keyword. So the main entity keyword for this business will be door, because it's a door supplier. And I'm just going to show you quickly how I get them actually. Okay, so the fastest way to get your entities keywords is to use ChatGPT. They use Google's API, so it's quite relevant. And I've given a command here, give me the 2 top entity keywords for main keyword aluminium doors and their knowledge graph IDs and their Wikipedia page URLs. We're going to use that data later, the Wikipedia page and everything, but it's given me aluminium and doors. So aluminium is the material and doors is the main product that we're selling. This is the best place to find topical entities. There's loads of sites out there that charge, and you can just put in your main keyword like aluminium door supplier and they'll come up, but this is very relevant. And then it gives us the knowledge graph ID, and here is where Google either use the old one or they use the one to the wiki data. So I'm not going to get too much into that, but I'll show you how to quickly verify the details here. So doors, but the actual keyword I'm looking for is door. So this is why I verify it. And for verifying, I go to CaliQ Pro. Okay. And this is the actual URL. I'll give all this to you afterwards, and then you can share it in the description or something, Alfredo.
Yeah. There'll be a recording too as well, guys. This is definitely we're in like, I don't know, 10 minutes into this. This is definitely a rewatcher, guys. This is good stuff. And I love it, Jimmy. Keep going.
Okay, so I'm going to put the main keyword that ChatGPT gave me, doors. I can put aluminium in here and do both, but just for training purposes, let's go with doors. Okay, and I'm going to hit go. And you'll see why I wanted to verify this. So ChatGPT gave me doors with an S, but it's actually a single variant. If you go down, the one we're looking for is door. It's this thing, and we just want to verify this, which is probably wrong on ChatGPT. So if we go back there, you'll see it's OD NP5. That's not correct. But this is using Google's knowledge graph API, so it's directly linked. And if we click on there, you'll see it's the right one because it brings up the actual knowledge graph here. And if it was wrong, it wouldn't bring this up, but it would still do the search. Okay, so that's how I find my entity keywords. And that's what I was putting into there, wasn't I? So, door. Okay. And why I'm linking door to my KGM ID is because somewhere in their knowledge graph, they've got our business KGM ID as well. So they'll have the KGM ID for your entities and then the business, what we pulled from Plepper back here. And that just keeps it very relevant. So I'm building relevance there. If you see what I've done, I've just linked a KGM ID to a KGM ID. Okay. And now I'm going to take all this, which I done earlier, but I've done it too fast, and copy this new code into the new data, sorry, into there. I can see that's been put in door, and I'm going to hit map your data. Oops. So you can change this. We'll change that in a minute. Okay, I'm going to put the title I saved earlier, and I like to put something like this: projects by Luna Byford Doors Limited. So it's got their keyword in there. It's got some natural text. Yeah, we're just showing them where our projects are based. And once these index, you'll start to see the difference within a few weeks without doing a stack. So if you just send traffic through these or anything, you'll see they have a very high impact on rankings in GMB. Okay, and I'm going to take the description and just put my description there. I'll take my Gmail that I wanted to use. Oh, it's not logged in, is it? Oh God. Let me use another one. So I'll have to pull up my sheet with all the
Yeah, I would say don't share your screen.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Because it is recorded, so it'll be rewatched by others.
No worries, man. These are personas, yeah. If you don't know what they are, you'll know soon on GMB Pros what we use these for as well. So yeah, going to hit public, save map data. Okay, so they've already emailed us the data. There it is. Okay, now what we want to do, I'm just going to pull up a Word document, and I'm going to click view, save the URL. So you can see what it's done. It's created this map, and it's public to everybody with the 5 points and the centralized one, which is the most important. Yeah, and it's got our keywords there. If we click through, you'll see it's created a link to wherever we wanted it to link to, and I wanted to go to the KGM ID. This one will go to the GMB. Okay, and same as the others. And I've got those high money areas. And I want to save this as well. So I just forgot to save the URL there. I'm just going to put this save. And let's save the URL as well, the map.
And this is all from the email, correct, Jimmy?
This is all from that email address. Yeah, they give you all this in the email. Back in the day, like a couple of years ago, they used to just give you the data once you've hit map. So once we hit map data, it used to all come down there. But now you have to have a Gmail for it. These do actually, a lot of the times actually, if you don't visit them, let me just show you the rules of this actually. I think it's in support. Okay, so I put in free tier just to see what they're doing on the free tier. So for free users, as long as your maps are visited 30 to 60 days once, yeah. This used to be correct, but now we're actually seeing they're actually pulling a lot of maps down, and then you're seeing when you come back to the URL, you see a notification saying, take the light plan, or you can regenerate the map. That's another video I've got of how to regenerate the free one. But instead of doing all that headache, it's better to just pay the $15 and then cancel it within the first month, and it never goes down after that. So you want, but even after that, you want to hit it with visits. So if you want to do that automated, or using maybe cron or something, you can do it that way as well. We have been testing on cron to see if it keeps them alive, so I can update the group on that later. Okay, so
Awesome.
that's what we've created. Yeah, sorry, were you saying something?
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, you like it? All right. So where was I? Yeah, so here I was. Okay, so we've created the map. I think that does the part one. Do you want to ask questions after each part, or shall I just carry on and
Yeah, let's take it section by section. Guys, if you want to raise your hand or throw it in the chat, and we'll do like 3 questions. If we need to go over anything, guys, if you missed anything, any particular question, we'll take this section. We'll do about 3 of them.
3 questions? Yeah, that would be good.
That way we can keep it going. If not, we're gonna go ahead and keep it going, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, Jimmy, no questions. Everybody seems to be tracking pretty good. So
that's good. That's good.
Ahead.
It's a lot better nowadays. People are like more clued up with SEO. I've noticed that. And
yeah, we have a good group that's a little bit seasoned, not too brand new. Yeah, great. Adams, he said he'll wait to the end. Good stuff. Okay,
that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to the second part of this, is actually creating the schema. Okay, and for this, we need a business website. I've made a page earlier for this one, as it's obviously I don't have access to this website. I've made one on my own, jimmysandu.com. This is just my test site. Okay, this was meant to be an agency site, but I just never needed it again. Okay. You need GMB data. I have that ready over here. Okay. And I like to copy directly from the map itself. You'll see it brings up 0 errors when we do it that way. Relevant Wikipedia pages. So that was, remember chat? They brought up these. If we click on it, you'll see it's the Wikipedia page for door. And just save that as well. Okay. And for this one, I will want to put in aluminium as well to make up the full relevance. We've got aluminium and door. Okay, and relevant citations. So the KGMID, we've got that as well. Okay. This is entity training. Sorry about that. There are videos on places as well. I've got it on my channel. The relevant citations for the business, which usually just show up underneath the KGMID. So those are the best ones to get. So we've got this Facebook page, Trustpilot. I would take probably my 5 or 6 highest socials, and then 5 or 6 best citation sites. And by best citations, I mean the ones that allow things like reviews on them. They're always going to be a lot better. So if you see construction.co.uk, I know it's a UK one, but you'll see why they're highly ranked is, let me turn off I think my proxy is on. That's why it's taking so long, but you'll see you can leave reviews here, and it's always the review ones that are the most powerful. Okay, so I'll take all these. What was the next thing on my list? And then the schema creator or pusher tool, and that's obviously my tool. which I'll be using. I'll be showing that off today, and that's my tool there. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I would have already saved my website on here, jimmysandu.com, and added the API so I can push the schema directly from my tool. Okay, so I'm going to go into here, into tools, and go to Up Schema Pro. And I'm going to create local business schema. And you'll get to see now, Alfredo, why ours is a little bit different to what you've seen. So let's start by choosing the category. It's home and construction. I'll grab the name. So, sorry, it's the wrong one. Directly from the GMB. Okay. The URL of the website. So in my case, it's going to be this page here. And now where we do social media, this is going to be the area where I'll use the links I showed you earlier. So this, I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to put that in there because it will show Google in the structured data that it's the same as, so our site or this site is the same as the entity that it's known for, its product or service. I'm going to put that in there. Some people go crazy with their schema, and that's another thing you want to watch out what you're putting in there. We've tested everything. I've been doing this for years, so everything I share is definitely going to be safe to use. So I'll give you an example. Some people will stuff entity schema into a business page. And I'll show you an example of that in a minute, a bad example. Okay, so I've done that. I want to take the KGMID that I got earlier. Is it this one? No. I think I had it here. There it is. And now I'm going to put the socials and the citation sites. Sorry, it's this one here. So you always want something to do with a government registration if you can, yeah? If you've read the new documents on EEAT, you'll know why I'm doing that. I'll take the Facebook page.
So county page, city page, any of that qualify, Jimmy?
Into here?
Yeah, like you said, government pages for that area, or
Oh, yeah. You can take where your certifications are, or that qualifies because it's one of your entities online, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it builds a lot of trust. So one thing I've seen a lot of is when people are not using structured data, and I do it myself, not all my sites have schema. There's a few that are ranking really well, and I don't want to change anything on them from years ago. But the information Google has, so if I was to type my business here, they'd be showing the wrong government page for it because another business will be so closely named that they'll end up showing theirs. But then I've seen when you structure the data and use like correct schema, it doesn't take long for Google to change that and put the relevant ones. So here, basically, we just want same as, so sites that are same as ours or entities that we own. You can even put the GMB here, but I don't put that here because ours is very different and you can get all the information down here. So I'll just put one more for training. Trustpilot I like to use. It's really coming up there now. And their reviews are one of the hardest ones to do now, if anyone's noticed. But there's always a way. Okay, get the logo, copy the link. Let me just move that down here. Sorry, copy image link. Done that wrong. An image from the page, a relevant image, a description. I'm just going to put that in here. And if you see when I'm pulling those entity keywords, I'm making sure they're on the page. So I've got doors, I've got aluminium. Those are the two I pulled. I'm going to make sure I've got relevant information on that on the page. A lot more than this. This is just for training. I'm doing this, yeah. But if it was one of my money sites, I would have had a good couple of paragraphs on both, and bolded them as well. Like I always bold my keywords. Now the address directly from the GMB. So I'm going to copy that. Take out the city. Greater London. And you won't see this in any other schema tool. You just put in the business name, and you'll see it will pull exact latitude and longitude. And also we can include the map up here. So you can just put in the URL from up here. There's another URL I like to use. I'll show you quickly how I get that one. And so if I get the business up on Google search, and then from here go to maps, you'll see, damn, I didn't do it. I think it's in here that does that one. So there's a new CID. You know, everybody uses the CID. There's a new way to get that. So it's not an actual CID, but it's a link that comes up the same every time. Or you can use the long URL up there. Did you see that switch? Yeah. So yes. Before it switched, it gives another one. I've got it down here because I saved it yesterday. So if it's not that one, it's just before the switch you want to get it. There's no way to get it manually, this one. So this is the one. I'll show you what it does. I saved it last night because I knew it. When you go live, you always have problems. So you see it brings up this. So when the way I do it is I search in Google for the business. And then I click through to maps. And it comes up for about a second there. Oh no, that's the KGM ID, sorry. So I think limited. Yeah, that's the long one. So I managed to get it yesterday night.
So if you click on share and you put that in the URL, there's a change in there right before it changes.
Just before it changes, that's the URL you want to get. That's what the CID used to do back in the day. And ever since they've kind of clued onto the CID, people are using that. So this one, you can use this as well, because it's also relevant. And I will put that in there. Okay. I'm just going to do that for now. Okay, and now this is different from maybe schema that you've seen before, areas served. And now we can really start pinpointing in the schema. So I'd put UK, city, the neighborhood, And the neighborhood for that one is so Brent Cross. So you can really pin down on places. Okay, there's also administrative area, and these also come up in knowledge graph. So if we go back here and I put, let's say I put London, you just got to make sure you know, sorry, you just got to make sure you know if it is an administrative area. So you can see London is, so I could use London again, but I've already got it in there. But these are also entities. You see, they have their own URLs, their own KGM IDs as well. That's another training for another day, but it goes really deep. So yeah, I've added them. I'm going to take away the administrative area. I leave customer service. Copy. If you see, I've been copying everything from the GMB because it gives the most precise data. If Google can give it to us, we're just giving them back their own data, which is a smart way to do it. And I'm going to save this here. So you can take this manually as well and put it into your page. That's saved. Now from here, I can click here and go and see my saved schemas. That's saved here. And I can push this directly from my dashboard to my website. So if we go to push, that's just for my dashboard, for just so I know how to get back to it. I can select the site that I've already connected to my tool. That's the schema we just created. And now, do we want to push it? And this is the beauty of this tool as well. And this is why I made the tool back in the day, is you could push, you couldn't even push schema. You could put schema in your home page or your footer or your header, and it would just go to every page. But since location pages started and I've been very busy and local, I couldn't find a tool that could do it separately. I'd have to do it manually every time. So we made this tool to help with that. Okay, so I can choose here, home page, full site, postal page. I created a page, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to click in here. Sometimes you have to click in here twice to get the pages up. Lunar bifolds, this is the page I created, and I'm going to save and push. And hopefully it should push. So that's been added, and we can quickly, if I log in, we can quickly validate that as well. So if I click validator, it will open up schema validator. And I need to log in to clear the cache before I go and validate that. Best. Hopefully, if it's clear, it should have worked straight away.
Hey, Jimmy, I have a question. If you don't have an address on the GMB, like service area, what would you insert in the schema?
If we don't have an address, so yeah, for SAB, what I do, and I do have some SABs, all I do is I go for the same postcode, same area. I just take out the street address. So wherever is my main location, I'll just take that out.
And,
and
and
go for the street and everything else. Yeah.
Yep. So that answers that, guys. And remember, when you first registered, guys, your GMB, you gave it an address. You just made the GMB a service area. So Google knows where that address is at, especially on these heat map tools. You sometimes have to move it to its central place, but Google knows what address you fed it. So if you have a client, ask them. I do it. I ask them, they know exactly, oh yeah, I use this address. You just converted it to a service area business. And then if you don't have it, Jimmy just answered that. He just takes out the street and fills the rest of it out.
That's it. It's just trial and error. You can get around anything with Google. And it's just, like, I'm a really big fan of testing, and I test a lot. I really do. I test every theory, so that's why I know who's a SEO out there and who's an actual SEO. But I'll keep that information to myself. So this, you can see I put Brent Cross, it's come wrong. So I already knew it would probably do that. The actual area when I was looking at it was Edgware. And again, that's it in entity. You can double check this, cross-reference this in the tool here. So for now, I'll just take that away. And apart from this, and I'll save it again.
So it changes instantly.
Yeah, from our tool, you can change it instantly. Yeah.
Nice.
What another thing you can do? So this is a bug. So sorry about this. The guys are trying to fix this. We had this before. Every time you reload it, it creates a new one, but they are fixing this at the moment. There's a few other bugs. We didn't know that when we bring this out to the public, it's going to be another level. Like, we were just using it for our own entities, our own businesses, our own sites, client sites. But as soon as we started getting members on and they're all using it, it's become so glitchy. So they're just fixing everything now. It should hopefully be all done by tomorrow morning. Again, you can, so that's the code done. Yeah. Let me just clear the cache. But now it's pushed twice, so I'm just thinking, I hope it doesn't show twice. We can do it manually as well. That's not a problem. So if I take the code here, we can just check it manually. So yeah, it hasn't updated yet. So there you go. It's clean now. It was just the area it didn't recognize. Google didn't, sorry, schema.org didn't recognize it. Google obviously rely on Schema to validate their data. Okay, so that's done. This is saved. And what was next? So another thing, sorry, I wanted to say was with our tool, I'll sort out your access as well, Alfredo.
Yeah,
so
great.
as soon as we've done the call, I'll get you on there. You can duplicate here. Okay. So you can duplicate it. And that's what the bug's done there. So you'll get the duplicate one. I can go in. And let's say I had a different area, a different page. It was, let's say it was London. I can push this now to the London page without changing too much. So all I would change is this, a couple of on-page details, like the image URL would be different, change the description, and that's it really. Unless you've got a brand new GMB on that location as well, you can change everything there as well. Okay, so that's a nice feature as well, instead of creating it again and again. Again, that's why we created this tool, was just to make our lives easier and do, find a few loopholes as well along the way. So there's one. Okay, so we've done this, we've gone through that. There's a free version on this tool as well. I'll be honest, I haven't used it because I've never had to. The guys are adding tools to up tools every day. We've got so many different tools on there. I'll just show you quickly, homepage. And I use a couple of them for my ads and whatnot. So you've got meta tag analyzers, image backlinks. So this can create image links for you. This tool I use for ads. So if I was doing something like, and I just wanted to go broad match, do this, do that. I'd put a list of all my keywords in here and just add that there and then generate, and the results would be broad match. You can use it for local. So if I was doing bifold doors, London, West London, same thing, the front and back would come up. So best manufacturers, words like that, it will just generate it down here. There's loads of good free tools to use in our UpTools members area. Okay, so let's carry on with that. So now we're getting to, so any questions on that?
Guys, we'll take about 3 questions. Jimmy, you know who Bob Beals is?
Bob?
Or Rob Beal?
No, sorry, man.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, 3
Unless
question guys on this section.
Member? Is he a member of the of UpTools or something?
I'm not sure. Bob was asking about Rob Beal. So 3 questions on this section on schema, guys. All right, no questions. So yeah, go ahead. Let's move on, Jimmy.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so now the interesting part of the iframe injections. For this, we need the schema code that we just created, the batch geo iframe that we saved down here. I think I have it here. That's there. A GMB post image or website image URL. We can get that in a minute. The KGMID link and the iframe mixer tool, which is here. Here. So this was another thing that we created a couple of years ago to mix schema into our iframes. So I'll just show you quickly how we do that. You literally, when you're logged in, you can choose. So that's the duplicate one I was just showing you. That's the first one I made. You can choose your schema. I'm going to choose iframe. iframe for maps and videos with this tool, and for images, URL. So I'll do an image one as well after. And then I've got the iframe selected. And I'm going to get the iframe. And just paste the iframe into here. Okay, I'm going to leave these blank for now. So these are usually my tier 1s. And by that, I'll show you what I mean. So mix, if I hit mix, you'll see the code come up, and then the preview should be of the map. But again, they're fixing a few things, but I can do it manually. So what it's done, I'll show you what it's done. It's mixed the schema with the iframe. And now we can take this whole code. We don't even need the preview. We just need the whole code, copy it. Save that there. Should have saved this on a new file, actually. And we can go and get press releases. We can use this on our PBNs, GSA, Money Robot to make posts, and most tools will be fine with this code. That's why I didn't add a keyword or backlink. So that's the tier 2. This is the tier 1 that we create. I'll just post it on the website just so you can see. Sorry, just trying to get. There it is. So let's take this.
And this is just straight off the iframe from the tool, right?
Yeah, from the one they gave us, batch. And so we've noticed that a lot of people were saying they're getting problems. People on like on Fiverr and stuff are selling gigs for posts in GSA, but because they're using the free version, it's stripping the code out. And we didn't know we'd have this problem because we've got our own poster, and that's the next tool that we're going to bring out. It's called Upstacks. So you'll be able to create your own posts on it directly from UpTools. I'm just going to copy the code into here just so you guys can see what it's done. So when I save it, so sometimes it works as the URL. We can use the URL actually. I think there's a bug in our tool at the moment. That's what they were trying to fix. I'll try with the URL, which should work. And all it does is just gives us a, where's it gone? There it is. It will just give us this with the iframe mixed in there. Just want to try with the URL first. Let's changed it. So yeah, so you see that the URL is working, but for some reason the iframe didn't. I'll take that one. I can put it on with edit page actually. That'll probably be an easier, better choice. So when we go out and get our posts, they should be posting the actual map. There you go, finally. So there you go. That's the posts we're going to get. We get them in the hundreds because only 25% maximum will actually index. So you want to make sure the posts you're getting, they have a good description, maybe a good article with your keywords that you've used. And the business itself, you can put the GMB on there if you like, but you don't need to. You've got this, that's powering up. And then it's got links to our map here, and to our KGMID. And these are so powerful. They're doing so well to rank up for new keywords and better keywords. There's another way as well, which I'll do in the next class, is proximity. So this is keyword I've shared with you today. It takes a while, so we'll do proximity next time, and then I can do entity as well. And that's a little bit more hardcore. So that's the end result, and your posts will all have that. That will be the tier 1. So the posts, let's say this is one of my posts in tier 1. I can now link to the highest domain authority ones by adding a keyword and a backlink to it. Oh, sorry. So, and for the tools that do accept it, you can do spin tax. So we can have this and maybe 5 other with comma, separating them. You can have 5 or 10 of the best posts that you made in tier 1, and then link out to URL 1, 2, 3, and 4, and add keywords to it. So these were FIFO door supplier, FIFO doors London, and then you copy with the spin tax. So first you hit mix, see it change, and then you copy with the spin tax, and it would have copied a spin tax version for you to use in the right tools. And that's why, so you'll see down here, that's got all the spin tax there. That's why we're making our own tool. Well, we have our own tool, but we're just trying to bring it to the public. And like I said earlier, bringing it to the public is no joke. That's what we found. And so we're just trying to get it right first time now. But the guys are really good. My team is really good. They handle, you know, Cesar, he handles his side really well, which is the devs and production and everything. I take care of marketing and he takes care of the tools. So if we got a bug just this morning, and it'll probably be sorted by tomorrow morning. So within 24 hours, they are on top of it. We're changing the look for this tool as well soon. As you see, if I go back to my Schema Pro, you'll see all my sites are here. So you can see all my sites in one place. And then if I go to schemas, you see all my schemas in one place. So what we're actually doing, we're going to have a section where you can come to the site, and then just under this site will be the schemas that are for that website. Yeah, I'm just trying to think if I've missed anything, but if you want to ask any questions.
Yeah, so guys, we're coming up on an hour. So this is a good, this is good stuff, guys. This is, behind the scenes, how to step by step, the impact. And as you can see on some of this stuff, you might have seen it somewhere else, but this is how it's actually being done, the tools that it's being done with, and it's great. I'm sure Jimmy has an offer if you want to utilize this tool just for us and the GMB pros.
Yeah, so what we're doing right now, last week we was meant to turn it into a yearly price, and then William said, can you do a class, blah blah blah. So I was like, okay, I'll keep it open for your guys. It's really cheap. Like at the moment, it's just too cheap, and people are like, why are you selling it so cheap? And I'm like, I didn't really make it to make money, I just wanted to bring something new, a new tactic. And I was shocked that nobody even knew this. Like only about 1% of SEOs that I spoke to knew about this. And I'll just show you. We're keeping it. It's super cheap. It's $119 at the moment. Lifetime access. And this is what we're switching to. We were meant to switch it 7 days ago, but we've done this. That's wrong. That code was meant to be changed yesterday. But yeah, it's 119. I'll tell you what, if you want it now, just go in and get it. I don't know how it's showing $99. It's meant to be 119. I would jump on that.
And guys, this might not be available on the replay, so take advantage.
Yeah, because just I want William to share his link as well. It's only right. He keeps telling me, don't worry, promote, and I'm like, well, man, the guy is such a good guy. It's like he doesn't care. He's like, don't worry. And I'm like, no, man, you gotta do your part as well. You gotta make your bit.
Can you put the link in the chat there, Jimmy?
I can if you tell me how.
yeah, or put it on your browser, and then I'll try to put it in there.
So it's direct. I don't, like I said, it's the wrong price on there. It should be 119. It's showing 99 for some reason. I think there's a code in mine or something, but it's just upschema.com. Should I put it what would I want to press?
Do you see the chat on the menu?
Oh yeah, I see. Shall I put it in there?
Yeah, perfect. There it is, guys, right there. And then once they go there, what do they do, Jimmy?
They just go to get instant lifetime access. I'll put the full one. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, because this link is not going to be shared again. It's going to change in a few days. It will change by tonight to 119, and then we'll probably leave it open about 7 days for you guys for Rank Fortress to get as many people in as they want.
Okay, cool.
And people that have bought the tool will have access first. So they'll have first say on the next one, which is Upstacks. And that is going to be a beast of a tool. You're going to be able to post these iframes with descriptions and whatnot. You're going to be able to make money sites with it. Cloud stacks, PBN stacks. It's just crazy, the tool. I don't want to say too much, but it is a really good tool. I've been using it just for cloud, and we're bringing everything else to it for the public as well now, for everybody else.
Awesome. And that's one thing I like about the GMB Pros instructor, guys. If you notice, everybody, Micah, Jimmy, Chris, myself, we're all in the trenches. We're all doing this. We all have clients. We're all running our agencies. And one thing I love about Jimmy is, he's showing us literally step by step, this is what he does. You can tell, just how fluid he is with it. He does it, right? He's been doing it. The team does it. So that is great.
Yeah.
So Bob said it does show 119.
Oh, does it? I think I've got a code in mine somehow on my browser. There's something wrong. That was our early bird for the first like 14 days we had that.
Okay.
We're like almost 3 months in now.
Okay.
It is still a bargain for 119. It's still it's
yeah,
a
guys,
steal.
and this is lifetime access. So
You can push, you can push your schema to your pages, not just the whole site as all these other tools, to a separate page. You can push it to. So let me just show you a few other things. You can push it. So like I showed you, you can push it to the pages. You've got article schema. If I click article schema, I'll have this in the training as well. It's a totally different schema from anybody. Nobody has what we have. We have the entity section down here, which you can go and watch a video. Maybe the third class, I'll go through all this stuff with you, but we've done it so safe. People are, what they're doing, they're injecting 100 of these words into their money sites. It's not the way to do it. You want article schema with it, with your headline and everything. So it shows as your news articles. All the big companies do that. So we've literally gone out there and copied the top 10 of each industry. So
awesome.
it's like
now with this tool, you connect the website. That's how it pushes it and knows where it goes, correct?
Yeah.
Through an API.
So you download this this plugin. It will give me the plugin up here. I'll just go into the dashboard and plugins area and install it as a new plugin. But the beauty about this is it's open source on WordPress. So you can literally update from within here. So it's here. And I just updated mine yesterday, but you can literally update from here. So you can see it's got auto updates enabled.
And that's how it pushes right from the tool straight to the website, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you come in here, it gives you an API. Yeah.
That was a question Chuck had, so hopefully that got that answered.
It's so much more than just an iframe mixer. It's like it's going to be the best schema tool by easily within the next 3 months.
So guys, I hope, again, one thing that I'm glad that Jimmy showed the how-tos. It's simple, straightforward. And then one thing that I love, and it's a theme, is like, guys, it's the basic best practices. We all know we need to do keyword research. We all know it's on page. We all know it's backlinks. We all know it's content, right? So if you look at the schema, we all know schema does matter, interlinking does matter. And this is stuff that will move the needle for you, and especially with the GMB, tying in the website with the GMB, right? Connecting the dots together. So, we hear that across, all the instructors, the basics, and then tying everything together.
Hey, Alfredo, I had a question real quick before we go.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
have my hand up and we saw it there.
Oh, yeah, sorry, no, it's in the back of my chat. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you, Jimmy, for putting this on today. This is really, really awesome. I love the way I know you've thought this thing through. It looks awesome. So when you first kind of going through this thing here, I was wondering why you was using, your Jimmy site, but now that would be your money site, right? And so
100%.
Yeah, so I see that now. And I don't want to get off in the weeds on that, but you got my curiosity, because I do some cloud stuff. So you say we're going to be able to do it in our cloud stacks as well eventually?
Yeah. You can take it now, and you can take that code and put it into your clouds.
Okay.
Right now. You don't need to wait for my tool. You can do that. We don't share that because with the partners and stuff, they don't want me sharing too much, but I would really love to just share everything, but we got to keep some people for our own tool as well. Man, just being straight up with you. You can take it into your cloud sites, PBNs, go and get a press release where it's allowed. Make sure before you go there, just talk to whoever's doing your press release and ask them, it's not going to strip my code, is it? and that's fine. If it strips so I'll just show you, if it strips, so iframe mixer, if it strips the keyword and the URL, that's fine. As long as it's not, sorry, I'll just get one up for you quickly.
While you bring that up, Jimmy, is this unlimited websites that you
unlimited? At the moment, it's all unlimited, and we will be putting, like I'm saying to Alfredo, we will be putting these, you know, into packages and the amount of websites you can do. At the moment, we really didn't think that far ahead, and like, I'm not going to stop anyone from buying it and getting on unlimited. That's fine. That's fine with me. I don't have a problem with that.
Cool. And then as the tool upgrades, is that included or would that be different? As far as the lifetime deal and the getting
like whoever gets in now is there's nothing to say on the site or anywhere that the amount of sites you can do, the amount of pages, and the amount of code you can create, but it will kick in soon, but that won't apply to anybody that buys before that time.
Okay, cool.
You got that on recording now.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I didn't even make this tool to make money. It was just to make things easier for us. And one of my friends said, you know, you should really bring this out to people, they might like it. And then we started realizing that nobody's actually applying any of this. So I pulled out the black book and I'm like, dude, I've got so many other tactics I use and I've got results with it as well. And he was just taken back. He was like, bro, why didn't you get into, you know, being a teacher or something? I said, I'm too busy with clients and lead gen.
Yeah.
But yeah,
cool.
It's all good.
So you were going to share, you can take some of this and put it into press releases.
Yeah, so if they strip this bottom part, that's fine. We don't mind. So that would be the keyword and the URL, and it will look like this. Yeah. So it will just end up as script and iframe. That's fine as well. These have got a lot of power within themselves. As long as you have these same entities, so by entities I mean socials on your website, and you've linked them all together, they're going to be relevant to your business. So you've already shown your website here, and then mixing this with the batch geo, which just lets you superpower it. You know, it works really well.
Awesome.
Just adding the batch geo, you can get new keywords. They won't rank, but you can target new keywords just with a batch geo.
Yeah, that's awesome. And we've all heard of these things. And what I like about Jimmy is, like, we've heard of iframes, we heard of batch geo, we heard about all these things, but Jimmy is showing us how to put it together and really applying it, right? Like he said, it's like we hear like all these gurus do this, or they don't give you the whole picture. Now with Jimmy saying, hey, here's the whole picture, here is how you put it together, now let's go apply it, and it makes a difference. So that's guys, this is definitely a rewatcher. You know, it's a great deal that Jimmy's offering here. I'm telling you, it does make a difference. It really does.
Yeah, we one last question here, and I'll let you, I won't ask any more questions here.
Go ahead.
So the training, so you got all this training
yeah
there?
I was just getting to that. Yeah, so
okay, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, we've got a group as well. You can come into a group and watch training, but once you buy, you've got the training up here. So you've got the basics, how to push it, how to do everything, how to rank, proximity, keyword, they're all in there. All the stacks are in there as well. So you've got, that's the keyword one. Sorry, that's the proximity ones. And it's totally different from batch geo. With the proximity, you use something else like YouTube videos, but I've got a few good methods. And when you put it all together, like Alfredo said, it just connects all the dots nicely for Google to give you that relevance boost. There was another thing I was going to. So this was just a little test, 7-day test. This is one of my friends. He done it for me, and all he added was about 20 posts with the code I showed you. This one, when I said they could strip, even if you don't use the, sorry, I think I've lost that page now. There it is. Oh no. If you don't use the backlink or the keywords, it will start to push up anyway. So that we had that. I've had another post where I showed a 5-week, and I was sharing my own entities first, or my friends, whoever needed a push. But you know what happened, Alfredo? And now I know why most guys don't share their stuff. The site got injected with some code. As soon as my videos came out, 2-3 days later, like somebody targeted it. And then after that, I was like, no, man, I'm never going to share my sites again, because I make money with them, and
yeah.
like,
Unfortunately, not everybody's here for the same reasons, right?
Yeah.
And so, we're out there to try to help everybody, elevate everybody. Guys, we can all use this. Nobody's taking somebody else's sunshine away, is how I like to put it. But yeah, we're not everybody's here for the same reason. So
Trying to find, there was some more results I shared. Sorry about that. See that ugly mug? There was more results I shared. It's all in the group anyway. So, there was a 5-week test, and it didn't go out too far. It went out about 3 miles, but I was probably in the top 3 for maybe about this much. So about 5 miles, yeah. So the 5 miles that I would have targeted with batch geo, I was 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I'm doing a proximity test on that as well to push it out further. And hopefully I'll have some results in. Just got so much going on at the moment, and it's hard to just focus on one thing.
Yeah. So guys, Jimmy is going to be here every other week. Expanding on this too. I mean, I love the lingo he's speaking, guys. Proximity. That's one of the big questions I keep getting. GMBs, right? How to expand what we have right now, how to get the GMBs. Guys, stay tuned. We're dropping some bombs. I'm telling you, I promise you, we're dropping some bombs. Just what Jimmy's showing you, like all these things that everybody hears. Hey, Jimmy's showing you how to put it together and how to apply it. Guys, join his group. Join the tool. It's very inexpensive, guys. We all have spent more than that on stuff that didn't really amount to anything. And again, Jimmy's in the trenches. He's using it for himself. This is a tool that was born within, right?
Yeah.
Just like Micah, same thing. That tool he had was born within, and he just brought it out. This is not something yesterday. It's something that he works. There's testing. We hear that all the time. And then don't get it mixed up. There's a lot of other people that, that are applying some of this stuff, but Jimmy's actually showing you in his training on these lives, guys. So please, let's follow him. Let's back him up. And I can't wait to hear what else he has in store for us.
Oh, we've got loads. And that's why I didn't share any. I don't need to show you pins and how many I'm ranking. That's why I shared that right at the end. It's not about that. It's about the tool itself. You can already see what it's doing. You're posting these 100 times. What you're doing, you're building links. You can see the power. And once you start targeting good high domain authority sites, it takes it to another level. And just the last thing before we go, it's all about getting indexed. Okay. Can I just share the indexing tool that I use?
Please. More nuggets, guys, more nuggets.
Yeah, so the one indexing tool I've used all these years, and it's always served me well, is Linklicious. And it's quite cheap as well. If $7 trial. And just between us, you can change the Gmail and get it every month for $7. So you can see I started in the trenches.
Yeah, right. We all bootstrapped it, right, guys?
Yeah, man.
So guys, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Any more questions before we leave? Adams, thank you. Jimmy, Adams just purchased the tool.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for
So
supporting us. Yeah.
guys, any last further questions? Again, Jimmy's going to be here every other week, just showing us again, if it's anything like this, guys, you know, it's going to be worth it, right? It's not just theory. It's just not telling you about it. He's literally showing us step by step. And yeah, Jimmy and I talked a little bit, and guys, I'm telling you, you don't want to miss his class. You don't want to miss what he has in store for us, right?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you again, Jimmy, man. This is exactly what I was looking for. So this is really good. It's something I'm got a call with a client here this afternoon. So I think this is going to close the deal without showing too much, but I feel confident now I can move him.
Nice.
So guys, thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. Jimmy, you're the man. I appreciate you. Everybody, much love, much success, and we'll see you on the next one.
And thanks to William.
Thank you.